Hey everybody, how's it going? Bjork the Bear here, and today we are playing Kenshi. And we are back with Bjorn and the Freedom Seekers. It feels like it's been a while since I've had this one up. It has been. It's been a while since I've recorded it. So, just a little insight into how I did the recordings on this. Up to now, which I believe this is episode 27, which it's just going to be a short one. This one's not going to be too in-depth. We're not going to do anything crazy. But I had recorded that not quite in one big run, but I recorded quite a few of them, so which is why there's a couple things like I pointed out that I noticed this little doodad right here wasn't checked to open up the outpost, and hadn't been done up until now. So I don't recommend doing that. That kind of goes in with like the whole learning to record, edit, and pacing yourself thing. So if I have one thing to take from it, it's don't record yourself too far out ahead, because yeah, you notice things like that while you're editing and can't do anything because you already set yourself out too far. So yeah, just a little insight into this and me learning all that. But anyways, getting back to this, we made a lot of changes. So as of this coming out, I would have just done the video for the skeleton playthrough, where I introduced the mods with weapons. So, or the new weapon dissemination mod. See if I can find one. Anyway, it's things like the pole hammer. Look at that. So yeah, we introduced that into here, and because of that, I was looking at weapon damages and requirements and things like that, and I realized I had my armor, equipment, and all of that totally unbalanced. I mean, it could use a little bit of tweaking now, but we made quite a few changes. So first thing, let's take Bjorn up top here. You'll notice some storage boxes up top. We're getting rid of the unholy chest plate because that is quite a bit of negative effects. So with my higher level people, such as like Hoth here, this armor actually takes more of a, or the unholy armor, excuse me, takes more of an effect. They have larger deductions than, like, say, Bjorn right there. I can even show it here. So Bjorn raises in defense, but everything else except for strength and toughness take quite a hit. So we don't want that. We want them to have all of their stats to play with, and that just doesn't give it. Plus, this armor doesn't have any kind of arm protection, which is why we have the chainmail. But the chainmail also adds to that armor deduction too. So we're gonna use the chainmail to protect the stuff that the armored rags doesn't, and the same with the samurai leg plates. That only deducts to our dodge, I believe. But all in all, I think it's a good balance. The unholy armor does have more defense, which makes sense because it's a heavy armor, but it with the amount of deductions that it gives, we're better off just using something a little lighter, and it's all masterworks to specialist anyways. So like poor Hoth here, if he had that armor on, would have a pretty large, almost like by half deduction, and Bjorn takes a little bit less, but yeah, I think we definitely want them to have as many of their base points as possible. So as you see, taking off the chainmail there, he gets some back, but we do need that because of the lack of armor in places. So to give my guys a little bit more of an advantage, sure they have a little less defense, but uh, they have more of their stats to play with. So I think this is a good change. We changed everybody over to armored rags, and yeah, I even played with the colors a little bit. So I'm not 100% on how to get the colors, but basically what I've been doing is I have two people. Heron is one of them, and then the lower servant that we got is the other one. For some reason, when you put colored rags into their inventory, it changes a certain color. For the lower servants, it gives us this nice little red. Uh, Looks red to me, like a light red or burnt orange. And with Heron, it gives this purple that you see everybody wearing. So, kind of using it to identify the people, like the melee combat guys are all wearing that purple. Standard rags are being worn by the archers, and then the leaders of the group are wearing the burnt orange. So yeah, just a little color coordination. I thought it was a little neat. But anyways, we talked about the armor a little bit. I'm sure there's still more balancing that I can do to them, but for right now, this is gonna have to do. Like if I took those off, his dodge potential goes up. Taking that, his dexterity goes up, but these are kind of necessary. I'm sure I could find another pair of pants that offers close to the protection without all the defects, but I'll have to do some looking around for that. But the biggest thing that was causing conflict was the weapon selection. So send Bjorn over here. Right up top there. Yeah, we don't need that. So looking at the weapons, big mistake that I noticed was me giving Bjorn this little beauty right here. So that thing weighs way too much for Bjorn to use it effectively. Let's see. So Bjorn's strength is 50. So him swinging that, he's going to swing it really slow, basically with heavy weapons. And I think the Falling Sun has a bit of a difference because, which I'll get into that in a second. But basically with heavy weapons, you want twice the strength to the weight. So this one weighs 20 kilograms. So Bjorn having 50 strength, it's more than 20, yeah, 40 numbers. Anyways, so he can wield this pretty efficiently, but a little caveat to that is I don't know if this has anything to do with dexterity as well. Just from uh, the description, a ridiculously unwieldy weapon, sometimes used by skeletons, requiring both dexterity and strength to use properly. They are widely known as suicide blades because they often get their users killed. So, yeah, I will put in a little note whether or not dexterity actually helps with anything besides. I mean, I know dexterity does cutting damage and strength does blunt damage, but yeah. So moving on to that. Let's see. See if I can find somebody with a. There we go. Wow. So with the plank, Mugen over here, he's got the one of the good planks that we bought off of the. I want to say we bought this from the Shek Kingdom. I don't remember exactly. I know it says Skeleton Smiths, but I think it's because it's just the model. But anyways, so 28 kilograms, and his strength is 64, so he's got more than twice the the needed strength to wield that guy. So he can do some damage. He swings it pretty quickly, and with these pure strength weapons, dexterity is not a factor. So yeah, I think it might help with a little bit of cutting damage, but I don't think it has anything to do with the swing speed. So yeah, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take Yugen out. I think I saw some slave mongers over here. I don't like those guys, just because I don't like their faces. Uh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're doing that. Bjorn, you can go too. And Quentin, why not? Quentin, I gave the Plank Model Mark 1 as well, so it's okay. Oh, okay, Quentin, you're gonna hang back instead. Yeah. These guys should be more than enough to do it anyways. These slave mongers aren't that tough. What attacked them though? Oh, just starving bandits. There you are. Okay. Attack unprovoked. Slow it down. So yeah, as you can see, Yugen does big damage and he swings really fast. And Bjorn, he's struggling a little bit, but that's because his heavy weapons aren't that good. Yeah, I mean, just by seeing that, like these guys made short work of these slave mongers. Took them no time at all. Big damage. So yeah, I'm liking the changes. I think it's definitely worth it. So, but yeah, I mean this one's just gonna be a short video, just not even really explaining anything. Really, it's just this whole thing was supposed to be a learning video or a learning series, pretty much, and that's just showing some of the stuff that I've learned. So yeah, don't record too far ahead. Make sure that you balance your stats with the weapons and armor that you're wearing, and don't forget to turn that thing on if you want to sell stuff. Yeah, so but yeah, that's gonna go ahead and end this episode for me. Let me know if you guys found it helpful or if you liked it, and if you have anything else to tell me about it. Let me know if dexterity actually affects heavy weapons slightly, maybe, kinda. I know strength absolutely does. It affects the damage and the swing speed and all that. And let me know what you know about this. I don't know if it affects more than just the cutting damage, or if it affects the swing speed as well, the dexterity, I mean. But yeah, if you like the episode, feel free to throw a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment below, and if you didn't, do a thumbs down, do what you want to do. And I will see you guys in the next one.